Hey everybody, this is just the last video that I'm going to give you for tips for working at home and remote learning. As I said right at the beginning of the videos, I'm not doing it this time, so I don't feel I can give you as much empathy as I would have last time we were in the lockdown. And I remember what it was like last time with all three of my children at home and both of us working. It was really challenging and it was really exhausting, and it was really a long week. But it was also a time that we made lots of memories together as a family. So my message today, and this will be a shorter of all of the videos, is that it's really important that you still have fun as a family. This is a really challenging time for our nation, for our communities, for our school, and for you as a family, for you individually. There are challenges at every turn at the moment, and the news often is very negative when you turn it on, and it's full of really sad stories. And so it's really important that you as a family have fun. Be playful with the learning that we're sending. You've all got the daily tasks, which I know sometimes feel like, oh my goodness, we've got to get through all of these. But you have also got sort of a home learning grid, like we send home for the homework as well. So there are some fun things to do on there. I know some of the Year 5s and 6s have been making salsa this week. So, we're trying to send some fun things as well. I recognise that there's a lot of work that you children need to do, but actually that is about the amount of work that they do all day at school, which is probably making a bit of sense to you now why they're so tired when they get home. We are working under really strict guidance from the DFE, with the expectation of how many hours work the children do in a day, with the expectation of the curriculum that we send home. It has to be new learning, it has to follow the curriculum we would have planned in school, and we have to ensure that the children still make progress in this time, which is why perhaps it feels a bit more intense this time round. But you don't have to stick exactly to what we say. I mean, obviously try and do it, but if you know your child, if the learning question comes home and it's perhaps a little bit too challenging for your child or a little bit too easy, you can always adapt that. If you think you can get them to do that objective, that same learning, through something that's of more of an interest to them, then you can still use that as well. Get your brains working on it, your ideas and your imagination too. You can adapt it to suit their interests. If you feel that you feel like you're banging your head against a brick wall, then change it. You could go outside and do the learning. I know it's been really cold and wet this week, but you could still go outside and do the learning. You could type up the learning. If it's a writing task, you could type it. You could talk through the learning. So if it's a reading task, for example, and there has to be questions that have to be written down, and your child is at the point of that day where they're like, I can't write anything else, or I don't want to do it, you could say, well, I tell you what, let's just talk through the answers. I wonder if you could tell me the answers if we just talked about it. And actually there's no reason why you can't then send a message to the teacher saying they got all the answers right, but we just talked about it. You could video them. I know Mr. Russell has asked for a task of videoing whether you think we should be open 7 days a week after Easter, and I'm very pleased to see lots of you saying no in your video, so I was really glad about that. But you can do some videoing as well. It doesn't have to always be written down. Think about what the barriers are for your child and their learning, and if it's writing, then you sitting there for 45 minutes trying to get them to write something is going to be a real slog. But actually if they talked it through with you and you videoed them doing the answers, that's absolutely fine. We want to be able to help you. We want the children to learn, and we want them to enjoy that learning. If you're sat there going, we've got to get this done, the teacher says we've got to get it done, and they're going, no, I don't want to do it, they're not going to learn. Their minds aren't in the right place to learn. So please feel free to mix it up a little bit if it would help you. Then I would also suggest that you try and plan some really fun things for the weekend. And I know it's really limiting the minute because we can't go out and it's dark and it's rainy and it's cold, but try and have something fun to do at the weekend, even something really simple. So last weekend in my house, for example, we made friendship bracelets. I haven't made a friendship bracelet for about 25 years, and they turned out really badly, but I talked about it all week with the girls. I was like, we're going to make friendship bracelets at the weekend, we're going to make friendship bracelets. And it was just an activity that we did, me and my older 2 children, that was something fun, and it was something fun to look forward to. So it doesn't have to be something you spend money on. It doesn't have to be something you do where you go somewhere, because obviously we can't. But try and have something to look forward to as a family, even if it's something as simple as pizza for tea on Friday and you all sit down and enjoy the pizza together. You know, what I don't want you to do is lose sight of having fun and being mum, dad, or granny, granddad, or auntie, uncle, and your child. I don't want it to become we're just learning all the time and we're just doing remote learning all the time, and it's just really hard for us all the time. This lockdown is hopefully going to end in February time. We don't have the guarantees of those things. We don't know yet, but you know, that's still 3 or 4 weeks away. So let's make sure that you plan in some fun things for you and some fun things for your children, for you all to do together, and just to try and enjoy that family time rather than feeling that it's a really stressful time. Make sure you plan some fun things to do so that you can look back and go, do you remember when we made those gingerbread biscuits in the lockdown? Or do you remember when we used to go on the lockdown walk? Or do you remember when we made friendship bracelets in the lockdown? So try and set some little memories for yourself in this next few weeks. As I've said in all of the other videos, if there's anything we can do to help you, if you are struggling with anything, if you are worried about anything, then please, please, please get in touch and we'll see what we can do to help. There's lots of charities around. We can offer support from them, both emotionally, mentally, financially, and even if you just need to ring me and just go, Mrs. Mills, I can't do column edition anymore. I'm pulling my hair out. And if you just need to ring and have a cry, that's absolutely fine. I can't guarantee I won't join in with the crying because you know what I'm like, but it's absolutely fine to do that. Okay, and I hope to see you all again soon in assemblies and on Zoom lessons, and I'm really, really looking forward to the day when we can see each other in person again. Thank you. See you soon. Well, maybe not, but soonish.